it's Lou. So I'm just getting ready to go out, and I decided to do a quick video on a particular brand or company because I'm going to be wearing them later. It's one of the brands that I met at Bloggers Love during the summer of 2013, so last year, and it was at Penthouse in London, in Leicester Square. And Bloggers Love, if you don't know, is roughly every month events for established brands, new brands, people that are wanting to show off their products or services to either press, bloggers or celebrity. Obviously there is quite a mix of people that do go to these events. I'm lucky enough to get invited quite regularly, which is really fantastic, and there's actually Bloggers Fashion Week this week coming, so I believe the first one is Monday through the week. Wednesday night is predominantly the celebrity gifting lounge part of Bloggers Love, which I've been invited to, which is fantastic. I really enjoy going to them. Danielle, who runs them, is such a sweetheart, but she always makes me giggle because she refuses to be anywhere near a camera or talk to anyone with sort of press and stuff, but she runs the event smoothly. They're beautifully done. She picks some fantastic brands to work alongside with, and one of the brands I'm talking about, they had an event for themselves, and they got to show off all their particular fragrances, EDTs. Also there was some dry shampoo, so they were having some hair people do using the products as well. So I was lucky enough to come away with a nice bag full, which I do very much appreciate, so thank you. And I've been really enjoying them. So the brand itself, I would say, is aimed mostly at the teenage market. They are sensibly priced. Items start from £1.49 and work their way through, depending on the prices of the EDT and different fragrances. But you might sort of sniff and go, oh, that's a bit cheap. But no, actually, do you know what? They've got over 20 years worth of experience in the fragrance industry. So don't sniff at them, don't, pun not intended. So don't think it's a brand that's not going to last on you. Actually, the fragrances themselves are great works of art. They do have top notes, and base notes as well. So it's not a simple, quick fragrance. They are thought about. They are award-winning in a lot of categories as well. So I think it's a great brand. So I've made a couple of notes from having a Twitter conversation with them just before. They follow me on Twitter and I follow them. They're really, really sweet. And I think it's a good way. Twitter, actually, I think is fantastic for talking to for brands and things as well. So I quickly asked them about their new fragrance, which they launched, I think was roughly about a month ago. And it's called So Burlesque. And as I said, it starts from £1.49 for the sprays and works its way up, depending on where you buy the items from. I believe you can get them in a lot of supermarkets, so I've seen them in things like Sainsbury's and Asda. Also you can get them in Boots, online, and a few other sort of, if you would say, drugstores in America, or pharmacies or chemists, depending on. So they're quite an accessible brand in terms of being able to pick it up, but there's still something about them, and having each different fragrance, and there's around 20 different types of fragrances as well for the brand, so you can find one that suits your personality or your particular tastes in fragrance. What I like about them is during the summer you don't want heavy fragrances, and so these are light but they do last, so that's really good as well. So I'm going to talk about a couple of body sprays and then one actual fragrance itself. So they are 4 different scents with 4 different names, so I'll roughly go through them. I'm going to start with So Kiss Me. So this is the body fragrance bottle itself. It's 75 millilitres, and so this is like an Atmire spray. So Kiss Me is their most best-selling fragrance. It's quite sweet, it's quite sugary, it's got hints of jasmine in it, and as I said, it is a bestseller, so this is quite a popular one. So I think a lot of people may have seen this one. Clearly they based the lips on me, or the other way around. When I have my lips done at the Harpenden Skin Clinic, I might take this and say that's what I want. So it's a light mist in there. So it's sweet, it's quite light. So as I said, it's got a jasmine base note, so it's quite a sugary, quite light one, but it's not an overly sweet fragrance. I don't think you're going to be going, but I would say this is quite a nice one for the day. Not that you can't wear any of the fragrances day or night, but I think this is quite a nice one for the day. Simple bottle, clear red lid. I think that's quite a fun one. Okay, so then I'm going to go on to the next fragrance, and this is So Sinful, and this I would say is in a dark purple and sort of pinky lilac-y lid, and again this is the body spray 75ml. It's got a can there, and I would say in this particular fragrance, excuse me, it has a hypnotic aroma, according to the site. When you smell the fragrance, you can get a base note of musky, warm fragrances. So I would say, again, down to preference, but I think this is quite a nice one for, excuse me, the evening. It has a base note of pineapple and strawberry, so it's quite nice in there. So that's a bit of warmth. It's not overtly sweet. You're not going to sort of think sickly sweet. Because of the Sinful name, it's sort of slightly deeper in terms of fragrance. I really like that one, actually. I think that's quite a nice one to wear. I do enjoy that one. I'm going to go on to my favourite fragrance. And at the time during the summer, I can't particularly remember the date or the month, unfortunately, because I do go to quite a few events with Bloggers Love, but I remember it being very hot, and I wore a sort of an off peachy, sort of soft tone wee blazer, and I remember having my hair blown out with a dry shampoo because I'd had my fringe down at the time, and it was really, really hot, and there were a lot of paparazzi outside, and I refused to go down with what I call sweaty forehead, so I had my hair blown up. And tied myself up before I left. So this fragrance had actually been launched at the time. So this is called So Sexy. I really like this bottle because it's got sort of a lace overlay. And I'm lucky enough to also have their EDT as well for this one, which is here. So this EDT is 30ml. Quickly open that up for you. What's fun about this is all their packaging is really cool, it's really young, it's really fresh, but you feel like you're getting something special, even though the price point wouldn't necessarily say high-end luxury, but I think they do all the packaging really well, which is really, really nice. This one is empty. I love this fragrance. As I said, you can tell I've worn it. It came with a slightly red domed lid, and it's probably about somewhere. A bit naughty, but I really like this, and again with the bottle it's quite fun. It's got that sort of lid with the sort of a lace effect. Obviously the EDT is ever so slightly stronger, so there's a tiny bit left in there. There's something about this I really liked, and I did, when I first got it, I did wear them this particular for quite some time, sort of every day I did wear it. I did have two of these, so I've gone through one completely. This is one, and I don't have much left. So in terms of the notes and the type of fragrance this particular one is, it has rose, so it's slightly floral, but I would say quite a dark rose. It's not, again, not too sweet. It has jasmine in there, so that's your luxury. Jasmine is quite luxurious. Mandarin, so the orange family, so a citrusy type of notes. So that sort of mixing that sort of orangey warmth fragrance. Again, by personal taste, I think this is nice for the evening, but again, I did wear this during the day. It's light enough to wear during the day, but there was something about it I quite liked in the evening, and actually I got quite a few compliments on wearing that, and I think actually went through the bottle really quickly because everyone was constantly after it. I'm going to show you one of the other EDTs that I was given on the night. And this is Chic and Sleek, and I really liked this bottle. It's slightly different from obviously this one. They've got two different looks. A lot of the fragrances I saw on the night were in this type of bottle. So it has the sort of plastic lid with the really cool logo and sort of picture orientation. It reminds me of a particular brand. I won't say the brand because I don't want to sort of compare the comparison, but I think you might guess by the sort of graphic art design, but I really liked it, and it kind of reminds you as if you would have like a tattoo, which is I think where the other brand got it from as well. So this is called So Enticing. If I mix the two up, no, that can't be right. So perhaps I have. No, I can't. Oh, strange. So, excuse me, that's a bit bizarre, isn't it? No, came with that lid. Odd. Anyway, perhaps I've got the name wrong on that one. So this is 30ml as well. And I'm going to have a little puff in the air. This reminds me of a really fun, yummy cocktail. Sort of that sex on the beach cocktail. Kind of quite light, quite citrusy, quite sort of lemony and orangey. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. I might wear that one tonight, actually. So, yeah, it's quite light, it's quite fun. I would say this is sort of a going out fragrance, but you could wear it during the day if you're at the beach or something. What's great about them is they are a fantastic mix of different fragrances. There are, like I said, there's over 20, so there's one for everyone. I think you can pick up a different look and try one for yourself. You can go into the stores that stock them, have a little mist in the air, and find your favourite one. But in terms of going onto their Twitter, I'll quickly show you their Twitter. And it's So With Attitude. And that's So With Attitude, all one word. And as you can see, they're following me and I follow them. They have over 5,000 followers on Twitter. And some of their pictures running through here. So there's some of the bottles. They've got lots of competitions on there as well, so it's always worth having a go at the competitions. You might get chance to win some of the fragrances yourself. Lovely little bit of Alicia Silverstone and Clueless there. So yeah, no, as I was saying, so that's the new fragrance, so Burlesque. And look what's arrived in Soho. And it's the launch, and it said smells like heaven. So I think that was roughly over Valentine's Day, I think it was launched. So that's why they were doing the little paint cards with the hearts, which I thought was rather charming and rather fun. So yeah, no, on their Twitter, okay, there's a line of all of their particular fragrances. So they've got quite a good mix there of some of the ones they do. Some of the press for the branding as well. And there's the dry shampoos. I really like the dry shampoo because it was quite a mix of them. So one is bodybuilding, one has different scents, and some of them do match up to the fragrances as well themselves, which is, I think, a really nice way. I actually really like dry shampoo. I don't necessarily always use it as dry shampoo is intended in terms of taking the grease out of your hair if you don't have time to wash it or don't want to wash it. I actually use it as a build-up in my hair. My hair's quite fine and I spray into the roots and sort of brush out. So at the moment, that's all I have in my hair. And before I go on and style it. So anyway, guys, check out So With Attitude on Twitter, or have a look at their website. And I believe it's sowithattitude.com. There we go. So it's a great UK brand. Check them out. Enjoy. Night night.